Hey everybody, Daniel once again here. Monday night Q&A session here at Dandy Rocks. Hope everybody had a great St. Patrick's Day weekend. I know it's a big holiday for me, being of somewhat Irish descent. So it's a big deal for us. So we really enjoyed it. Had a great time. We had a great weekend at the Fort Wayne Lapidary Club. On Saturday, lots of stuff, new ideas, and lots of things going on. We're working on some equipment and stuff like that, a refurbish job, and looking at building some new tools and things like that in the shop. So that's a lot of fun. So yeah, been working on that. What other things have been going on? Yeah, I had to rebuild the Everclean for our Highland Park twice in the last week. Yes, so the Everclean system, if you've got one on yours, yeah, you really need to stay on top of the maintenance on that. It can get away from you. We had a lot of people cutting the week before, and we had a lot of buildup in the system, and so the when I was filtering everything through, it got too heavy, and of course the centrifuge kind of dropped and then got locked up, and yeah, it was crazy. So, but we got it fixed, So yeah, stay on top of that. So if you have an Everclean system, definitely make sure you're keeping it up to date and keeping it maintained, so that way your machine is always running at its peak performance. So yep, so awesome. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. We're watching, we're listening, we're seeing if anybody's got anything going on. I'm pulling my stuff up right now. So again, this will probably be kind of a short one. We're still working on a lot of stuff, trying to get things going. So they got the comment section running up. So if you got a comment on our Facebook page, I'll get it right away. Or if you comment on here, hopefully I'll be able to see it in our comment section. So yes, absolutely looking for it. And then that way, if it is, I'll pop it up here and say, look, you made a comment. Oh, okay, super. And we love it. Yay. All right. And I can answer your questions for you. So last week we talked about machine maintenance. So hopefully you guys picked up some new tips and tricks on that. This week, kind of doing, last week I was doing a job for a customer. And what it was, I was doing a opal inlay replacement on a ring. And so opal inlay replacement, it was kind of a tricky one. The tricky part was it wasn't as much getting the stone in, although yeah, it's got its challenges to it. The tricky part was getting the right opal. And so luckily Kyocera makes a large about 5-6 different types of synthetic opals that work very well on these projects, and it worked very well. Got it inlaid, and it did match up beautifully, and it came out beautiful. And so what we're going to talk about this week is the difference between two different styles of lapidaries. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit. And that is, what is intarsia and what is inlay? Okay, so intarsia is going to be where you actually take multiple, and I like doing this. I'll take I'll get 4 or 5 different slabs of a stone, and then what I'll do is then I'll slab them all, and then I'll laminate all the slabs together, and then I'll cut it again, and then I will shape that into the sphere, or I'll use it as a cabochon for like a bolo or a belt buckle, something like that. And that's really cool. And the thing is that there's a lot of things you can do with intarsia, not only just taking the big thick slabs, but you can take smaller, thinner slabs and then laminate everything together and then cut it and then relaminate together into unique patterns like squares, circles, hexagons, You can do things like that. You can actually core drill a section out and then inlay another piece of, again, here we're using the word inlay another piece that's cored out from a larger core drill into that hole, laminate it in, and then polish it that way. And then you can make some beautifully unique, one-of-a-kind cabochons. And that's the thing. If you're going to be a lapidary artist, you can cut and do regular cabochons all day long. That's great. Fantastic. Super. If you really want to kind of do something unique and out there and really do something kind of one of a kind, Intarsia is a fantastic way to go about it. All right. So how does that differ from inlay? Well, inlay is going to be more of where you have a piece of metal or piece of wood, you carve out a section of that wood, and then you inlay a piece of stone that's cut to the same shape as that, and then you polish it down until it looks like it's part of the wood or part of the medium that you're inlaying the metal into. Now, if then you get into more extreme where you're taking multiple very small pieces of different stones and using it like a paint by numbers and building these beautiful portraits and designs and shapes. One of the guys that we carry here in our store, David Freeland Jr., probably outside, one of the best inlay artists in the world. You've seen his stuff on our website, and we have got his new pieces here. I mean, he does dragons and he does butterflies and he does fairies and all that. Oh, it's just amazing stuff. And the nice thing, what I always think is really cute is the fact that he's got a new piece out now that he's done in collaboration with his daughter, who's now coming up as an up and coming inlay artist. So David, if you happen to see this, yeah, absolutely, she's phenomenal. Keep it going and everything like that. And of course, I don't have any pictures to show you guys today. Like I said, we were just that was just something we wanted to talk about and let you guys know. So that's the main difference between Intarsia and inlay work. And you can finish the piece off in many different ways. So the Intarsia is where you're layering layers of colors, shapes, different sizes, whatever, but you're layering those pieces together, laminating them together, and then recutting them and reshaping them and making them into, so you get these unique slivers and shapes of colors and everything like that. And it's absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I've seen some guys up in Toledo and up in Michigan that just do phenomenal Intarsia work where they'll layer very thin slabs together, and then they cut it, and then they re-laminate it into these unique geometric patterns. Then they re-laminate, cut it, and do it again. That's another great way to do it. Another great project you can do with the Intarsia method is, and this is something we're getting ready to do here in the shop, and it's an easy one. Anybody could do this. So what you do is you cut, you'll take your slab saw and you'll cut you'll cut a block of 2 by 2, 2 inches by 2 inches, a nice block, 2 inches by 2 inches, and then another block of a different material, 2 inches by 2 inches. And then what we're going to do is laminate those together. Okay. I got 1 block, 2 block, laminate it together. All right. So I got 1 square, 2 square. And then I'm going to cut that in half, and I'm going to flip it over on top, and I'm going to laminate that together. So now I've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so those 4 blocks are going to be, you got at least nice 4, and try to get them as nice and even as possible. And once you do that, then I'm just going to slab them into nice quarter inch sizes, and then lay them out. And then we're going to laminate them all together. And some of you may be going, I know where he's going with this. And that's cool. I'm glad you do, because this is what you can do. And so you can make yourself a chessboard or a checkerboard or a nice tabletop, whatever. But the thing is that, what we're doing is we're going to make a chessboard. And the thing is that you laminate them all 4 together. And then once you get all of them laminated together and everything like that, then we flat polish the top. You can do it by hand. We put it on the R1M and our big flat polisher, and then we just flat polish the top. And then you got this beautiful, beautiful looking chessboard or checkerboard, whatever game do you decide to play. You can even do it, make it backgammon board if you wanted to, or you could make anything like that. So that's the main difference between intarsia and inlay. Now, inlay is more of, like I said, we're going to do more patterns. There's a couple different ways you do inlay. Inlay is more of, like I said, if you're doing a channel set ring, and then you're going to section it off and then fill those sections with pieces of stone like opal, onyx, obsidian, you name it, whatever. They could be all one piece, which is tricky to do. Or if you're doing like a cushion cut top or whatever, if you got a nice round bezel or a nice oval bezel, or if you have something like that, and you just set the stone in and then polish it, not into a cabochon, but do it flat, then you have what you call an inlay. And that's a great way to go about it. Now, the thing is I do have an idiot. If you watch our second episode is when I do the opal inlay project like that. And so fun to do, really easy. I wouldn't say super easy to do. The trick is getting them into, to doing that, and then see what we got. Who we got watching? Somebody's watching. Who's watching today? We got watching. Somebody's watching. Who's watching today? I'm good. We got watching. Somebody's watching. Shut up. But anyways, well, whoever you are, thanks for watching. If you got a question, feel free to knock it out there, because we would love to. So we would like to know. But anyways, alrighty. But anyways, so that's what we've got going on. And so we've got our people watching today. Let's take a look, see if I can put you up here. Yeah, we'll see who's watching. That's probably why I need to be doing this different. Since D is not helping me with the production anymore, I'm kind of stuck doing everything myself. But anyways, so and we've got anyways. And you were not working. Okay. Anyways, so that's what we got going on. So what else is going on in the shop? New things. Let's see. We have got so we had a visit from Jennifer from Reintel. If you're not familiar with Reintel is Cab King, High Tech, and Inland, and Tumblebee. So they're our main vendors here. She just came to visit. It wasn't an official visit, but it was awesome. They had a blast. They got to see everybody working on all of their equipment, people working on the Cab King, working on the High Techs, working on the Inland. They saw the Inland. I use their laps for my fastening machine. And then also on the Tumblebees, of course. So we're doing well with that. As far as new materials, things like that out of Reintel, there's a new product in development. Not really quite sure when they plan on launching it. It's kind of a cool, neat tool that they're bringing in. So that'll be a nice, interesting idea. And as far as, like I said, I mentioned at the beginning of our episode, we're working on some new stuff. Still working on a couple other projects as far as developing products. Hopefully we'll have those ready, because our next show is Cuyahoga Falls. Yes, Summit Lapidary Club. So we can't wait to hang out with all my Cleveland friends. That's going to be a blast. That's a great weekend. So we got that coming up, and then we got the spring show at Franklin, North Carolina, and that's with their Lapidary Club there. So we're looking forward to that. It coincides with the GNLW show. So that'll be a lot of fun. There should be a lot of great people there and vendors. and also we have our summer show as well at Franklin. That's the big one. So we'll be looking at that. Still waiting on. We're still looking at some new things as far as from our faceting friends. So we've got stuff in the works. Just stay tuned. There's something new coming up there. And then then pretty much as far as that goes, that's what we've got going on. Really looking forward to having our friends here let us know what's going on. We would really like to hear from you guys. Again, if you have questions, please let us know. This is why I'm here. I'm here every Monday. I'm going to try to be here every Monday to answer your calls, to answer your texts and stuff. So please let me know. And if you're happy to let us know how I can improve the show, please let me know topics, things to talk about. We'd like to know. So other than that, that's going to be it for this week. And hopefully you guys had a good time. We'll be rebroadcasting this. So that way, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment on YouTube, on our Facebook, and you can always send us an email at dandyrocks@gmail.com. We've got, Lisa, that's what we're here for. We're here to answer your questions. And this week we will be leaving Wednesday for New York City. So the shop will be closed this week from Thursday through Monday. So if you guys are planning on stopping by the shop, we won't be here. But anyways, but you can always get a hold of us through Facebook and everything else as well. Other than that, I'm Daniel. So you guys have a fantastic week and enjoy the spring. Welcome to the first day of spring. You can't beat that. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys soon.